Okay, I'd like to welcome all of you to another one of our paid co-founder trainings that we do every Monday and Thursday at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thank God it's Monday. I always look forward to Mondays. So today happens to be a brand new month. We are in the second day of March of 2026. It's 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we'll be back here again on Thursday to do the same thing. And that's what we do week after week. So this is we're pretty unlike a lot of organizations, we are really making ourselves available, and we meet frequently. Twice a week is actually pretty. It's pretty often if you think about it. Most people they maybe meet once a week, or maybe they meet twice a month. You see a lot of that out there, but we believe in keeping you updated. There's so much going on that we want to keep you updated. Okay. So that being said, let's go ahead and open up the chat for everyone to put in their wallet address to get paid, because this is a paid training. So go ahead and do that now. All right. I can see people are starting to put their wallet addresses in. Okay. I'm having a little nutritional treat here. Cucumber, celery, grapefruit, lettuce, and lemon. It's a natural energy drink.
And healthy.
Yeah, actually, I like it, and it tastes good. All right, so let's see here. Um, right before the call, I was showing everyone that our executive team is currently, right now, reaching out to the top 500 people that are holding PML. So if you're in the top 500 holders of PML, and I think it comes down to like 0.0002, right? That's the end of the list of 500. So people that have 0.0002, which basically, if you were to sell that, maybe you get $50 at the current market price on PML. Okay. But technically, if you don't sell it and you opt into the new coin community, then that 0.0002 is actually worth $40 million. Which would you rather have? $50 now or $40 million, take care of you for the rest of your life? I think the choice should be clear there. And I think part of the problem is that, look, we don't even have 100 people. Well, I guess that changed. We barely have 100 people in the training right now. Okay. We don't have 500 people here. I mean, technically, with what we're offering, we probably should have 500 people in here. But, there's a lot of people that aren't paying close attention to what we're doing. And that's why we're reaching out. We're reaching out, and one by one, on Telegram is the preferred way to connect with you. Okay. And by the way, some of you, your settings don't allow, if you haven't made contact with someone, or if you don't have a mutual friend or something like that, sometimes they can't get through that way. But they do have your email address, and they can always send you an email. But we're going to do our best effort to reach out to every single one of the top 500 of you that are holding PML, because we want to move forward. Now, tomorrow happens to be our very first new coin meeting. Okay, so I'm going to be talking about that in a moment here. Okay, but just realize that there's a lot going on, and I really think that there's still some people who are confused. They don't understand what they're holding on to. They don't seem to understand the value of it, and and unfortunately, we're still seeing people selling prematurely. But hey, guess what? We have addressed that. Okay, let me show you something. You can only sell what you got. Okay, that's what it comes down to. So the sellers are definitely running out of PML to sell. Okay, they really are. They're really running out. So um, let's take a look here. If we go to Uh, Let me think for a second. I probably want to do it here. Yeah. Let's go. Let's see if the holding area is working. Female holders. Okay. So right here, it shows that there's 1,005 holders of the PML coin. Okay. And if we basically jump to the middle of that, you can see that the fifth other person, they've got 0.0002. So right in the middle of this, these people have about $50. If they were to sell that PML, they'd get $50 and then they'd be out of PML. Okay. People that go to the next page, it's already down to 0.001 and so on. So it gets less and less and less. So if you take a look at what's going on here on our PML website, the holding tank is working, okay, as it should. This is a new feature, and let me demonstrate that. I'm just gonna make sure I got the right address here. Let's see. Okay, in the right wallet there. All right, we'll do a quick refresh. Everything should be good. If I go to the lending area, now, if you've got over $6,000, of PML, then your loans are guaranteed automatically. Okay, so we'll create an offer. It's going to take my picture. Okay, take picture. Continue. Okay. And what you're going to notice is it was like 188 on my dashboard. Let this go through. Okay, good. All right. So actually I could do it twice since I got over 6,000. And if you have over 3,000, you do it twice, and you get paid instantly on your lens if you are over 6,000. Okay. All right. So that should have been written down here. Okay, there you go. March 2nd, March 2nd. So those both went through. Okay. The guarantee covered it. You'll notice that because there isn't it's not actually engaged. It didn't engage my wallet, because what it did, if we go to the dashboard, now I've got $100 more in here than what I had before, right? It was 188. You guys remember that?
Yes.
Now
Yes.
it's 288. So what that did, when I did that transaction, it took $50 out of the holding, and then it says, okay, that's for the lend, and since it's guaranteed, then it paid off instantly $100, right? So it took 50 and put back 100, and the net gain is $50, and I did that twice. So $50 times 2 is $100. That's why it went from 188 in holdings to 288. Is that really clear to everyone?
Yes.
Yes.
But here's the thing that's happening is that this is building up. This is building up here, and nobody is getting anything sent to their wallet right now. Nobody, not even me, as you can see. Okay. All of it's going into the holdings, and that will be true until we get to the point where we have a $2 million price on our coin. And then we'll be altering the code at that point to allow for some to actually get their coin sent to their wallet instead of sent to the holding area. But for now, all of us, we're not going to keep feeding the sellers more coins by just sending coins out to them into their wallet. So that's going to dry up the sellers. Do you guys agree that will dry them out?
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's what we want, right?
Right.
Yep.
Because if you look at the selling activity here, they've done so much selling since we really went for this thing here. They've done so much selling, so even since I started the STAR program, all that selling there. If we had not had any selling, we'd already be at $2 million right now, and then everybody could sell at that point, right? So the few sellers have held up everyone from having the opportunity to sell, right? Because they acted prematurely, and so yeah, it's been kind of a battle, but basically we have learned from experience that we just can't keep feeding them anything more to sell. That's why everything is going into the holding tank. So what might happen if the very first time you do this, it might take $50 out of your wallet first and then pay you $100 in your holding tank. So maybe the first thing you see here is a value, when you do your first transaction, maybe $100 will show up here. Okay. It takes 50 out of your wallet, and then it gives you back 100 here in your holding area. Okay. Based on the market value. Okay. And then the next day, when you do a lend, it's taking 50 out and putting 100 in. So the net gain is 50. And then that's true for everything after that. That's how the math works. Now, the programmer, it hasn't been bug free. I'll be honest with you, it has not been bug free to make this massive change to the databases where it's redirecting things away from the wallet into what some of us call the bucket, okay, the holding area, okay, the bucket, right? But it's good. It's as good as gold sitting here in the bucket. It's as good as gold. And if we go to the lend area, you'll notice that these loans over here have not been paid off yet, but that is coming soon. Some of you are waiting for rebates. That's coming soon. Okay. So everything's going to get paid out now, but we just got to make sure that 100% of everything is going into the bucket, because before we start paying everything out, we got to make sure we're not feeding anything out to potential sellers. Can we agree that's a good idea?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, so that's our strategy. We're gonna win. We're gonna win. Okay. I don't know why the sellers are competing so hard to try to win, because actually they're giving up so much just to get a little bit now. Makes no sense. You can't really work out the logic with what's going on in the heads of these sellers. Okay, whatever they're doing is just not logical. But anyway, we want to reward those of you who have been true and faithful. Okay. And we have this massive opportunity here. Let's see here. Oh, by the way, the stars have now officially all filled out. Okay. We've got our 20th star here. Congratulations to, I like to call him Zane. I call him Zane, but he's originally from Indonesia. He's currently staying in Singapore. Okay. And he's good friends with and part of the family with our 19th star, which is the Lindsay Allen Bond duel. Right. We brought them in as a pair there. So the stars are all filled out. I do have somebody that really, 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 really wants to be a star, and I might still make him a star, but we kind of ran out of room on the poster, so we'll have to figure that out. But anyway, we have diamond spots that are open. Okay. But they're filling in. Okay. So we currently have 5 diamonds at the moment. Okay. It's kind of nice. And when you take a look at our big offer right now, you got a calculator here, and you should all use this calculator to see how big. That's not it. Where is it? Here it is. Okay, so everybody should do the math. A lot of people are surprised when they do this math. They find out that they're holding enough coin to be a new coin billionaire. Okay. Those of you that know you're a new coin billionaire, do a shout out right now. Just unmute and shout out, hey, I'm one of them. I'm a billionaire. I'm a new coin billionaire.
Me.
Mi amigo, mi amigo.
Yes, sir.
Tu amigo.
All right,
Me,
there you
me,
go.
me,
So
me,
quite a
me,
few of you are
Pay me.
new coin billionaires. The worst
Yes,
thing
amigo.
that can happen is that you end up with 20 million. That's the very that is you can't go lower than that. Okay. No one could ever do lower than $20 million on the new coin. So the reward is gigantic. Okay. And so we're going to have our very first new coin meeting tomorrow. Okay, it's going to be at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I know that doesn't work out great for those of you in Africa and in Europe. I'm sorry. This will not be a recorded call. We're going to be covering some very sensitive information. Cannot record it, and I'm sorry. You'll have to be there if you're already opted in. If you're in Africa and in Europe, that's just how it is. Okay, sorry. So later on there'll be future versions of this meeting that we're going to be doing regularly with the new coin community, which is going to be under the leadership of Hunter. Those will be recorded later, but the first few, first 2 or 3 of them, there's just too much sensitive information to talk about that we don't want to just put out there, because we're going to be making some decisions together, right? And we're going to be putting some stuff out there, and we just don't want people to, it's not public information.
Okay.
Is that fair? Okay. So I'm excited for all of you to show up to that meeting tomorrow. So far, almost 100 of you have opted in already. Congratulations to those of you that have already opted in. And also realize that if you become, one of our diamonds, okay, look, then basically the cost is like, it's like $400 to be a diamond, $100 to opt in. It's $500, So I mean, you get that same bonus of a free opt-in to the new coin community by becoming one of our diamonds. We got plenty of diamond spots that are open, so take advantage of that. And all of this, it does help to push the price of our coin upward, but we're being very strategic. I'm not taking everything that I'm given to push the coin up. I'm taking parts of it and I push up. And you'll notice, if you just watch the guaranteed wallet address, you'll notice that every time I'm buying PML, it's happening. Like today, I think I bought $1,000 of it. So you can go look for yourself. Okay, but it's happening every day. I buy enough, but until we get a hold of all 500 of the people that are in the top holders of the PML, I'm not too anxious to just spend everything we got and put it all into pushing the price up, because I really want to give those people that are tempted to sell the opportunity to overcome that temptation with clear information. Don't sell. You're changing what might be 50 or $100, now, and you're losing out on easily millions, but probably more than that. And the great thing about the new coin is the way it's going to roll out is that it's going to be pretty open to buying and selling the new coin, unlike other things we've done. Okay, so the new coin, when it rolls out, it'll be kind of coming out of the gate, buying and selling, open. Okay. And so, but we'll be talking about that tomorrow, how we're going to achieve that We'll be talking about that tomorrow, in the meeting tomorrow. So be sure to show up for that. Let's see here. Yeah. Now, what I really want to talk to you guys today about is what's the point? What is the point here? Okay. What are we doing? What's all of this happening? Why is it happening? What I'm trying to do, let me put this on a different view here. Put it on speaker. What I am doing is creating mass unity. Okay? Mass unity. Now, it doesn't start out where you've got billions of people unified. It never starts that way. Never. Okay? But something that can come from a group of like 400 people, we get a group of people that are 400, 500 people who are committed, united, dedicated, and understand that they are positioned for great wealth and achievement and prosperity and abundance, and plus the other benefits of that come from, you know, the friendships, just being a part of something bigger than yourself, where you got people surrounding you that care about you, that you care about them, you know, all of that combined. Okay. So that's what I'm doing. Okay. I'm creating mass unity. Okay. Now, sadly, it's been some of our sellers who have disrupted what I've been trying to do. I've been trying to do for quite a while, and I'm just now, you know, I've finally got the software that I needed in order to really just, talk to people one by one, and just, reach out to everyone and just say, hey, are you with us or not? You know, because if you're with us, we want to make you rich. If you're not, we want to know it. We want to know who you are and how much coin you got, because we want you to run out as fast as possible. Okay. Go ahead and sell it off and get out of here. Okay. You know, but at least we'll let you sell it cheap. We're not going to let drive the price up to 2 million and then let you sell it there. You know, we're going to sell. Let's go ahead and sell it now. Sell it when it's really cheap. We appreciate that. But if you're with us, we're here to make you rich. We're here to make you, strong. We're here to expand your purpose, whatever that might be. Everybody comes down here with a purpose, whether you realize it or not. And sometimes if you just have enough resources, it makes fulfilling that purpose easier. Okay, let's just put it that way. And so we want to support that. And on this new coin platform will be the opportunity for every individual that's part of the original team, the original 400. I always call them the 400 because I think we're going to end up with about 400. Right now we have 100, and soon we'll have 400. But the idea is take that group of 400 and create such tight unity in that group of 400 that every one of them gets to win. Okay. Now, here's how it's going to play out. Some are going to win because they bring to the table creativity, and they got their own ideas, and they got their own stuff that they can sell. Okay. They got, hey, I could do this, and I can get paid for it, and I want to put this into the marketplace on the new coin. I've already told you what I'm going to do. I'm going to be launching something I call legs. Okay, I mentioned that on our Thursday meeting, right? How many of you like the idea of legs?
I do. Yes,
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah.
You like it? Good idea. Okay, because that's going to pay you. Okay, you're going to get there's going to be many opportunities there to get paid, through legs. Okay, so go watch that meeting on Thursday, and you'll if you don't know what I'm talking about. Okay, So that's what I'm going to be rolling out into the marketplace. But that's only one of my ideas, and you're not limited to only one idea. If you're part of this marketplace, all you got to do is get the agreement from the 400 that you got a good idea. In other words, your idea is not a scheme that's going to, suck the coin out, basically devalue the coin of everyone else holding their coin, right? So what I've created there with legs, there's no way that it's gonna devalue the coin that anybody else is holding. Okay, you can do the math on it. But there's definitely an opportunity to make some money and get money moving around. And when I say money, I'm talking about the new coin, whatever we call that. That coin is going to be moving around, okay, in and out, buying and selling. And when your people sell, obviously they're selling to get it into paper money, in one form or another. It's going back to paper, right? Usually. So all that's good, okay? So we want people to have something now. Like if someone's really desperate to get $50 with legs, you can get $50, it would be easy to make that happen, So that's only one idea. So some of us are going to come at this like creators, okay? I would probably call them, let's just say, the 1 or 2%. Based on my experience, if you put together 400 people, maybe 4, maybe 8, okay? 4 people out of 400 is 1%. 8 people out of 400 is 2%. So like 1 or 2% are going to come out with some really creative juices right out of the start, right out of the gate. And they're going to put the stuff out there. And as they succeed in actually, positioning themselves to receive even a greater, cash flow because of their creativity, it will inspire the other, say, 98% to kind of, get them going. Okay. And eventually, hopefully everybody comes up with an idea. Given enough time, everybody will have their own ideas and how they can contribute to the marketplace and get more. But hey, what if most people use this new coin community? What if most of them lean on the opportunities of the other guys, like that guy? You're taking advantage of their stuff, and their stuff gives you a way to make money. Okay, and great. There's a term called multiple streams of income, and I know you all have heard of that. So that's what it's going to be. But the bottom line is that this community helps each other, because if you're just one guy, and trust me, I know there's some experience. If you're just one guy and you got your own idea, and then you go and try and do all of this all by yourself, let's just say you have to be me to do that. Okay. There's not that many people like me, okay, in the world that can put up with what it takes to go alone, right? And forge ahead and just overcome obstacles as they show up. There's very few people that show up the way I show up. Would you guys agree?
Yes.
Well, the good news is that you don't have to be like me. You just have to be like a little version of me, like a small version, right? Like, because as long as you put something together, it's going to come together. As long as you get engage in some activity within the group, you're going to come out ahead without all the pressure of trying to totally run something on your own and have the whole thing be on your shoulders. Okay, because it can be heavy. It can be heavy if the whole thing's sitting on your shoulders. Trust me. But it won't be that way for this group of 400, because they got each other. Mass unity. 400 people is a nice mass, right? Would you guys agree?
Sure.
It's a nice mass.
Yes.
And then from that, it can grow. We can grow a user base that will come in. We can grow that and the user base can get into the millions of people, tens of millions of people, and go on from there. Okay. The potential here is truly unlimited. And our only limitation is our imagination. Think about that. That's what we got here, okay? Not only do you have banked up value that's in the millions and billions by coming in for $100, okay, just one time. Banked up value that's going to sit there like a gold mine, okay? I mean, think about this. What if one day you woke up and you find out your rich uncle died and left you a gold mine as part of the inheritance? Do any of you know what to do with a gold mine? What do?
Start digging.
It's a mountain. It's a mountain somewhere, and you know, I mean, what if the uncle never did any mining? They've identified that there's gold in the mountain, but even your uncle, he passed away before he could even start digging out the gold. Imagine you just got a mountain, but it's said that the mountain's full of gold, but it's yours now. Okay, you're gonna just sit on it and not do anything? Go, oh, I'm not a gold miner. Are you gonna figure it out? Right? You're gonna maybe get some help. Well, see, that's what we're talking about here. So everybody that comes into this thing, whether you got $20 million of this coin on day one, or you got, $2 or $3 billion of the coin, or you got, 20 billion of the coin, whatever your share happens to be, that's up to you, by the way, because it depends on how much PML you have, right? The more PML you buy, the more of this pie you're going to get on the new coin, right? That's on you. So each of you can buy as much as you want, buy as much PML as you want. You could climb to the top. I mean, I'm starting to see it already. Some people are like, they're not happy being here. They want to be here. Okay, no problem. I'm all for that. Okay. So obviously that's why we've got the stars and we got the diamonds. They get it. They get way more than what they paid for, right? If they go to the market, they're not going to get the same deal at not even close. Okay. They came to me, it got a great deal. Okay. All right. So I'm going to take it back to the gallery view. So hopefully I'm making it very clear what we're creating is mass unity. You guys have got to understand the word unity. And I think the best way I can illustrate that is like what I found on Google. Okay. I did a little Google search before starting the meeting. Mass unity. Okay. Here's kind of what it looks like. Mass unity. Okay. So you got different versions of this here, right? Why isn't it getting big? Oh, I like that one. How about that? You like that one, guys? Okay, those are just, that's probably tuna fish, you know what I'm saying? But that's a shark. And this shark is chasing that one little guy there. But, he's going to like, wait a minute. Am I going in the wrong place? Mass unity, right? Mass unity. I always thought that this was a great illustration, great illustration of mass unity, that we are just better, stronger, smarter, faster, able to achieve more, accomplish more together, unified, than if we're all just kind of split apart doing our own whatever, So unity goes actually a step beyond commitment. Okay. Sometimes you can make a commitment, but you're committing to yourself that you're going to, bring yourself the best, right? Unity is when you expand from only yourself and say, I want the best for all of us here, let us all win together. Let us all gain from this experience together. We will get more, a lot more together than we would individually. Okay. So mass unity. What do you guys think about mass unity? Good idea?
Absolutely.
That's
Yes.
the way to go.
Yeah.
I didn't come up with the idea. It's been around for a while,
Hmm.
but
Right.
it works. Okay. So I just want to encourage all of you to opt in before tomorrow and try to be in that meeting. And I'm sorry for those of you that are in Europe or Africa. It might be like 3 o'clock in the morning for you to get there, but I think it'll be worth it to be in the first meeting. First meeting, we're going to be, making a few decisions together, and you can participate by showing up, right? We're going to listen to everyone, and it's not going to be recorded. So, you know, so opt in, pay the $100 or become a diamond, and, included in the 500 is the 100. And then you're going to get actually triple what you pay for. You're going to end up getting at least $1,500 worth of the PML coin, right? $1,500 worth. It's a lot. Okay, that's a big slice of the pie in the new coin. So do the math. It's you're not going to want to miss out on these opportunities that you're seeing, because time rushes by. A lot of this was only an idea like 2 or 3 weeks ago. Okay. Now we're into a new month, the month of March, right? And it's game on. And I'm excited as we go into April, because with the new coin and everything, people are going to be finally cheering that they can sell. They can sell, to be free to sell something, and able to sell with, and take advantage of what they can do, and it can grow from there. And all that will be more, be a lot more clarity on that when you come to the meeting tomorrow. Okay. So I'm open to 1 or 2, 3 questions. If anybody's got something they want to, think it's relevant to all this, or you can just comment on your experience being here today. If you're feeling pumped or excited, questions or whatever, it's all good. It's at 9:30. Yeah, usually we start the meeting early for you to enter, but we'll start the actual meeting itself at 9:30. Okay. Go ahead, Scott, out of Thailand.
Hello, good morning, everyone. So can we bring things like from Warrior Plus or something into this new coin thing, or has it got to be something?
Bring what into what?
Bring like products or services from Warrior Plus as an example. There are other sites like that, or are we looking at things that we've created ourselves?
Yeah, it's a joint venture group
Okay, got
is
it.
what he's talking. Yeah.
Okay. There actually might be stuff that we can borrow from other places. I mean, it comes down to, we have to basically work the math out, right? So if when we do the math, it works out that the creator comes out ahead, and the team doesn't stand to lose anything by the creator of whatever they're putting in there into the community. That's really that's going to be the filter, Scott.
Mhm.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Okay.
So if you can
Sure,
come out ahead
fine.
with something from a borrowed idea for something that, or bring an existing product or service in, yeah, I mean, there's a way to do that. And it could work out very well, but each one has to be looked at one by one by one. And like I said, I don't expect to have an onslaught of stuff. I think most people are going to be like, reserved. That's just what I find is the nature of most people. So I think it'll be fine for those of you that are more aggressive and want to come out with something and share it tomorrow in the meeting. Be prepared to present, bring and make it clear what you're trying to present, So, all right. Okay. So, David, did you get your technical issue worked out?
or after the meeting, I'm gonna get help.
Okay,
But
good deal. All right.
I wanted to ask: is it going to be a different Zoom link, or is it going to be the one that we're using now? Or
Oh, it's going to be different for sure.
okay,
Absolutely going to be different. In fact, there's a group already established for this, and Hunter put that together. Like I said, Hunter is going to be the leader on this whole new coin thing. Okay. And so there's already a group, and if you opt in, you'll be invited to be part of that group. It's a Telegram group, and then the new Zoom link will show up there tomorrow, right? But yeah, we've created some posters already for it, but you got to be in that group to see the posters. So, all right, you're good. All right, thanks, David. All right, anybody else? Okay, well, I'm
Yeah.
truly. Oh, go ahead, Joe.
I just wanted to make one little point, and we're talking, we've got a solid 100 looking for another 300. 400 is a really good number, but we don't have to stop there. I mean, we can keep on growing and growing, and I do believe that this will happen. I can see it. I can visualize this happening. The core group is going to be huge.
Yeah.
It's going to take a little time, but it's on the horizon.
You're absolutely right about that.
It's visible. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, you can almost taste it. It's like so close, right? You just stick your tongue out and taste it. It's right there. But yeah, this is such a sweet reward for those of you that have been faithful, have been, compliant in, not selling prematurely, and it's just putting up with some of the, you know, the aches and pains of, of I mean, growing pains really of any kind of thing. And we're like anything else. We're starting at some stuff and we're growing. And so there's going to be pain along the way. And I'm so thankful for those of you that have put up with the pain. I know it's hit each of us at our different moments, the pain factor and the fact that you keep showing up and you're still here and you're even more determined to see this through. See, this is what we want to unite those kind of people, right? And that's who you are. And I really do appreciate that. Thank you for being that kind of people. And I feel like this is it. This is kind of like that turning point, like the pivot. We pivot from here to there, and then everything explodes for like a big firework display, like a beautiful thing. It's just going to be explosive and fun, and this is going to work great. So, anybody else? So, Joe, thank you for that contribution. Anybody else? All right. Well, I think you said a lot
Ace,
here.
I just wanted Ace,
Greg?
I just wanted to say that we're here because we believe in you and we believe in the mission of the pool funding community. And I think everybody in this room and hopefully the other 300 that are not here feel the same way as I do.
Oh man.
I'm approaching my 2-year anniversary of joining pool funding, and I've never been happier to be part of a wonderful group than this.
Oh wow. You're hitting me right in the soft spot, buddy. So appreciate that. Thank you for that. It feels good for someone to tell you that they believe in you. So hearing that from you, Greg, means a lot to me. Thank you for saying it. I'm not here to, I want to make something clear. This is not going to turn into some kind of a cult or some kind of like, weird thing. Okay. What I'm here to do is, I'm here to contribute to your success and help develop each of you into your own your version of whatever leadership means to you. And this is really a group of people that are part of leadership development. But each one has got their own path, and there's going to be a lot of respect between us. We may not see things the same way. We may not have the same conclusions in our head, how things look. But at the end of the day, we can respect one another. And then if it goes a step further and say, well, I believe in you, wow, feels good. And Greg, you're the kind of guy that, everybody loves you, man. So, all of you that have been around since as long as he has, who he is. He's just one of those true people. So we're glad that you're part of this, Greg. Thank you.
I think you can say that about every single person that's attending this meeting.
Yeah. Well, not everybody's been here as long as you have, folks, so I can't say that part, but you've been here, like you got in really, really, like when we first started the American team, you were like in the first like 5 people or something like that on the American team when we started building the American team. So
I think Hunter beat me by about 2 weeks.
yeah, so but well, he's taking a leadership role now. We're excited about him, blossoming there. Dang it, if you weren't so darn far away, I mean, to me, uh, the East Coast is, just it's not just you know, I mean, I really would like to see you. So, but anyway, maybe you could come out to Vegas, so you can have some fun over here. So
We'll make
anyway,
it happen down the road.
yeah, it's gonna happen sooner than later. All right, so back to Hunter and then Jay after Hunter. Go ahead, Hunter.
All right, so I wasn't going to say anything, but after Gregory dropped the gauntlet like that, I figured I could better say something. Um, just to give everyone a reference, tomorrow is actually my 2-year anniversary in PF. That's why I have the pizza hat on tonight. And I just want to say that it's been an honor and a privilege to work with the community and help the community. I've enjoyed every moment of it. And I do indeed look forward to my new leadership position here. And I look forward to showing off all sorts of interesting and good stuff, both inside the community and outside of it in the general pool from the ecosystem.
Wow.
So that's about it.
Well, you're getting love all the screen. The people are throwing up hearts and thumbs ups, and I've seen some fireworks and other stuff. So you really are loved here, yeah, Hunter, and you're special in a good way. Okay. All right, appreciate you, buddy. All
I
right.
know if my mom had me tested.
All right, so we got Jay Torres. How you doing, buddy? How's things in California?
Yeah, weather's wonderful.
Good. All right, good.
Yeah, I'm sorry I missed last Thursday with it being the birthday celebration, but not to be redundant, I see the holding figure. Can you expound on that a little? The holding?
Over here, you mean on the PML website?
Right. Yeah, I see where when I do my two lens now, it does go to that holding now. So
Yeah. Well, I did cover this earlier, but I'll recover it just for your benefit
okay.
here. But if you go in,
Well,
if you
and I guess
if you
what I
do
was
it,
asking is, I see it, but that is also to counteract the sellers, right? Is that what that does?
that's the main reason why we're doing it is that we're basically saying, okay, we know the sellers will run out of ammo as long as we stop giving them ammo. You know what I'm saying? So,
Okay.
right.
All right.
But I did 2 loans earlier today in front of everyone. So you can see here, the March 2nd, and both of those ended up being put into the holding area here.
Gotcha.
This was 188, and it turned into 288 after doing those 2 lens. So
Okay.
you always come out $50 ahead when you do a loan. And since
Okay.
since I've got over $6,000 of coin, that means I get paid instantly, and I can do 2 of them a day.
Right.
So there you go. So it's another reason to buy PMLs. You want to get to the point where you've got, over $6,000 of this coin, okay? But your holding area is going to just keep building up and until we get to 2 million. When we get to
Okay.
the price of 2 million, which we're not there yet. Right now we're at you know 200 and 27. So we're about 10% of there, 10% there. So we got another 90% to go. But believe it or not, as soon as these sellers, basically run out of gas or they start to get a clue that it's kind of silly to sell way down here, you know what I'm saying? Why not wait,
Right.
but in either case, we're going to get to the 2 million very quickly. So don't fret that it's taking us so long just to creep along and go from 100,000 to 200,000. Don't look at it that way because things are dynamic in the charts. Okay.
Okay. And then my last question was, I definitely want to see that reference to legs. Where would I see the recording of last week?
That would be on Thursday's meeting on YouTube. So if you go to Bitcoin Ace on YouTube, you'll find me.
Okay, thanks.
All right, just search Bitcoin Ace on YouTube. You'll find the whole channel. There's got to be like 700 videos in there now. All right,
Okay.
so check out Thursday. You'll love it. All right, Jersey girl, Mary Riccioni, how are you doing today? Got your hand up. There she goes. Well, she put it down. Okay, maybe she accidentally put her hand up. All right, and then we got Paul Thompson.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I thought I unmuted, but I guess I didn't.
Okay, go ahead.
So,
Go ahead. I
okay,
can hear you now. Yeah.
Okay, this is my question.
Okay.
If you have more than the $6,000 in your wallet, right, and you're making the 2 loans every day,
Yes.
does it make sense to also do a borrow along with that, or should we wait until we reach the 2 million? Do you understand what I mean?
Well, I do.
Because I would be using the PML.
Yeah, borrowing is a little challenging right now because most of you, when we did the transition on January 15th, you put all your old coins, into storage basically. And
Right.
be converted to the new coin when we get the momentum built up. We'll release that. So, most of you don't have anything to use as collateral to borrow. So we're just going to guarantee everything out until we're ready. So we are going to
So should we be doing it?
I would say most people are not in a position to do it, and if you can do it, go for it, do it. But if you don't have any pool funding coin because it's all been put into it's being set aside for the smart contract, right? Then
but I guess it has nothing. It won't reflect on the PML at all.
It doesn't. The one thing you need to know is that if we guarantee it all out, so let me just make this really clear to you, Mary, because some people can't borrow because they don't have collateral, and you have to have pool funding coin to borrow. Okay. So if you go here to borrow, okay, you've got to come up with some pool funding coin, right? Well, how much pool funding coin do you see that I got here? 0, 0, 0, 0, right?
So,
okay.
I mean, I do have some.
You're probably in the same boat. Yeah. But if you want to, if you have enough, if you have $100 of any of these coins, you could use it as collateral and do it. But if you don't,
it makes more sense to put your money into the PML is what I guess.
It is right.
I just wanted
at this time, you're correct on that. But
I just wanted to make sure I was thinking along the right line.
You are thinking right along. You want to pump everything you got into PML because it's being leveraged into the new coin exponentially. Like 1 to a million. So for every dollar you buy a PML, you're going to get $1 million of the new coin. You know what I'm saying? So be silly not to put everything you got into PML. But right here,
but like somebody who doesn't have that much PML, or they're better off just buying PML instead of doing a borrow.
Absolutely correct.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. The best thing anyone could do for themselves with the timing and situation that we're in right now, buy PML, buy it.
Right. Okay.
In fact, I think that was the title of our last video if I go here and I go to YouTube and I go to Bitcoin Ace.
Yeah, I believe you're correct on that.
It's that was the instructions, is buy PML.
Right. Okay.
Videos.
I just want to make sure I
there it is. That's 100%. Thursday's meeting right there. Buy PML. not buy pool funding coin, buy PML. You're gonna get, you put $1 in, you get $1 million, right? It's a good deal. So
no, of course. I'm just,
you're correct. Your thinking is correct, Mary.
okay. All right.
You are correct. 100%.
Okay, thanks.
But realize this, what you need to know is all these outstanding loans you see here, all of them are about to be paid off. We're going to guarantee them out. Okay. We're going to take all of these and turn them into these. Okay. These, all of them, every one of them, we turned into this. So we don't even need borrowers, is my point.
Right.
Because of the guarantee, we don't have to have borrowers. Okay. That's the cool thing. All right.
Okay.
All right. I think that helps out everyone. I mean, sometimes I think Mary asks questions to get the point really clear that everybody needs to hear, and she's kind of strategic in the way she asks things. I'm on to you. All right. So, all right. So let's go to Paul Thompson out of the UK.
Yeah, hello everybody.
Hey there, Paul.
Hi. Funny enough, I've just been looking back through my Facebook messages to the very first a couple of chats that I had with Greg Leasley, who's my sponsor, and that happened in July of 2024. So I'm not too far off my 2 years with you.
Yeah, you're 2 years coming up.
Yeah. So shortly after that,
and I would say, I'd say, Paul, that you're our number one team builder in the whole community.
Yeah, and I kind of want to say about that in a way, because this pool funding has given me the opportunity to meet so many amazing people. And starting with yourself, if I may say, the very first chat that we had, it was very clear that you had a real vision in mind, and that vision lined up very much with the kind of thing that excites me as well. And so, what I saw was honesty, what I saw was integrity and transparency and everything else. And it's been such a privilege to be a part of that. And what we've been able to do, and what I've been so privileged to be able to contribute to, is building a community that is full of people with honesty and integrity. So an entire community. And it's helped me grow as a person. It's helped me develop, and share some of my knowledge, obviously, and that's been such a privilege. So I just want to say thank you really for the opportunity, but also thank you to everybody who has joined with me in this venture. And it's just been an amazing journey, which I've enjoyed every single minute of it and continue to do so.
All right. Well,
end of story. Or beginning. Maybe it's a beginning.
It's a beginning for sure. Yeah. So yeah. Right now, what is it, like 4 o'clock in the morning your time right now?
It's coming up to it's 3:45 a.m. basically.
So I mean, this is not a convenient time for most people in the UK, where you're at currently, although you keep teasing me about you're going to come out here to Vegas and spend time with me over here. So, but anyway, yeah. So you're in a challenging time zone to be in this live meeting, but your dedication to be here is one of the reasons you are number one team builder. You get the title. I mean, if we were at an award ceremony, I'd be handing you a trophy or something like that, saying, oh, and the winner is, but yeah, you absolutely have nailed team building in the community, and people, and you're even offering teaching in classes and, instruction on how to duplicate that. Anybody who wants to be a team builder can go to you and learn, so it's a good thing.
I want to say though, it's only possible. I've only been able to do that because of my own sense of integrity and honesty as well. And so to actually have to have a platform and a program that you can rely on is based in that is what gives me the confidence to be able to do what I do and to share it with others and to give them that same confidence, hopefully.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I
Starts
love
with
how
me,
you
Shane.
keep repeating honesty, integrity, two of my favorite words. So thank you for sharing that. Listen, it's really through that integrity that that you're gonna have mass unity. Excuse me. You got a little sniffle. Mass unity, okay? Integrity and mass unity, it's an ingredient, if you want to say it's a key ingredient in having mass unity. Because if you can't count on somebody, and their integrity, okay, you don't really have unity. Am I right?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean,
So we're
there's a great
asking everybody
saying.
to bring out their best integrity that they can. Look, we're all different.
Yeah.
We're all human. We have there. I mean, we're complicated creatures. You know what I'm saying? We all have our shadows or whatever. But integrity is something that if you work on and you work on and you work on, you get better at having more of it. Okay. It's not something that you find easy. Integrity has a price you got to pay, and you got and honesty is part of that price, right? So if you can't be honest, you can't really have integrity, right? So another ingredient. And and the first person you want to tell the truth to is yourself, right? If you're self-delusional, right, then you're not going to go anywhere. But if you talk truth, okay? And when I say that, I also want to say keep it positive. Because unfortunately, some of us believe the truth is, and then we throw a negative in there. And actually, you're missing the point if that's what's going on. Okay. You should be looking for the strengths. You should be looking for, the goodness. Okay. When you look at yourself, you really need to go deep and find what makes you, a nice person, a good person, a person worthy of trust, easy to respect, you know, and spend time thinking about, that you got that, regardless of your flaws, regardless of your downside. Okay. I mean, we all have our whatever. We all have our stuff, but that stuff is meaningless in light of the strength because we are complex creatures and we got to put more energy focusing on what we're strong in and not so much energy into thinking about where we're weak. Right? That's a message I want you all to take to heart. I want you to give yourself a break, all of you. Okay? Don't be negative. Don't do these comparisons out there and say something's wrong with you when the fact is you started out and haven't stopped emerging. Okay, your entire life from the moment you're born to the time you die, it's an emerging. And some do it faster than others, and there's no need to make that comparison. It's not even important. What matters is that you focus on what makes you great. Okay. And not to build a big ego around it, but you just need to recognize it because I think too many people, they hold themselves back because of the self-talk is too negative. Okay. I really think that's what holds most people back is the little voices in their head. If you really tune into what the words that are being said, it's pretty negative. It's like a shaming and blaming and a lot of negative stuff on oneself, right? You can have integrity in spite of your weaknesses. Okay, I got a long list of weaknesses. I don't like to share a bunch of them, but I do know what they are. And it doesn't matter. I love myself in spite of that. I'm okay with me, and that's how everybody needs to see themselves. So this is the kind of energy that's going to make a group of people stronger and better. Okay. So thanks for pulling that out of me there, Paul. Got me on a rant. But I've always said that, you know, you got to believe, but where does that start? Believe in yourself. Okay. If you had to choose, believe in this guy Ace or believe in me, you know, I'm referring to if I was one of you, I would say believe in yourself. Okay. My advice to you, believe in you. Then you'll find the power to believe in me. Okay. You'll have a hard time even believing in me if you don't believe in yourself. This is the truth of it. Okay. So love yourself, give yourself a break, enjoy being with yourself. Know that you're, you know, you got something to offer. And this new platform with the new coin, you're going to really be able to fully express that. You'll have time to fully express your grand purpose, whatever that might be. And you'll be products and services. You'll get to bring them into the marketplace and make some money, you know, and it's going to be so amazing. So like we got 100 of you now, there should be 500 tomorrow. You know, get it done. Everybody opt in, get it done so that we can move forward with this this exciting new you know, thing that we're going to roll out. All right, so mass unity is what I want us all to unmute and say, we can do it. Mass unity, we can do it. Mass unity.
We can do it.
We can do it.
Mass
can do it, mass
unity.
unity.
Mass
We
unity.
can do it, mass
Unity,
unity.
we can do it.
Mass
Mass unity.
Unity.